welcome inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm. We are Raj-less today. Too much turkey, I'm assuming. But we will power through and have a lot of fun as we do it. Because even though it is a holiday week, it is still a Friday in the Treehouse, which is always something to smile about, but especially when it's also a holiday Friday. So, yay. I don't want to waste any time, Trey. I need to ask you about a odd text that you sent to us the other day. You're a man who has not had a drop of alcohol in 7 years.
Correct.
So I'm curious when you, my friend, send a text that says, you need to ask me about my Negroni story. So here I am, a Dan standing in front of a tray, asking, what is your Negroni story?
Here is my Negroni story. I preface this by saying there are two drinks that make people very nervous to order when they are in mixed company. Especially if the person serving you happens to be black. And it's a Negro Modelo and a Negroni.
Okay, this is where I'd love to feign, ignorance and not know why that would be such an uncomfortable drink order. But I'm from the South. I had a granny.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, especially, people are worried they're going to get tongue-tied or anything else. And so they get very nervous about it. So as it happens,
I'm sorry, but seriously, if you're that worried about a slip of the tongue by ordering a Negroni or a Negro Modelo, then that tells me you've been using the other word too much.
Well, that's
and you need to stop it.
You are probably correct, but it's comical to see and hear.
The white guilt.
Yeah. There was one of the girls who is a server where I work is black, and she was helping this table, and one of the gentlemen at the table wanted to order a Negroni, but he simply could not get it out. He was just stuttering and stuttering and stuttering. And I happened to be standing close enough where I could kind of watch this. So she goes, I'll tell you what. She goes, I'm going to go run this. I need to go pick something up, run it to another table. I'll come back. And she knows, and she's laughing, and she comes to me and she's telling me the story. And I said, here's what you do. I go, if he starts stuttering, and I go, ask him to spell it. And sure enough, he did. And if you didn't think the guy was already nervous enough.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you better make sure you get the right vowel.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got 5 options, 6 if you throw in the Y, if you want to be pretty liberal about it. And there's only one you really want to avoid.
He changed his mind and ordered a Moscow Mule.
The time at the bar where you got so flustered by the server of color that you ordered instead a Moscow Mule. Mm-hmm. That's where maybe technology could have been this guy's friend. Type it into Google. Ask Siri, hey, what's in a Negroni? And maybe then she would give you the proper spelling. Or you could pretend that you're from another country and have Siri say it for you. I mean, there are options. You just, unfortunately, I have the ability to think about this a little bit more so than this guy apparently did. But maybe now that he's had this unfortunate situation, maybe he'll be prepared for the next time a server of color asks him what he would like to order, and he'll know what to say and hopefully how to spell it.
Or my money would go on. He'll just never try to order one of those again.
He's just done. He's just no
Yeah,
more.
just
He's
done.
now just forever Moscow Mule.
If he ever wanted a Negro Modelo, I would guess he'll just go, "Can I have one of the dark Modelos, please?"
I'm not sure. That almost sounds worse.
You're right, it does. Now that I said that out loud.
Yeah, these are things I've never had to think about because I don't even know what's in a Negroni. Negro
It's
Modelo, I know it's beer. It's good Mexican beer. I also love
yeah,
the regular Modelos,
mhm.
but I have no
Negroni
idea
is
what's in a Negroni.
Campari, sweet vermouth, and gin. It's
What is Campari?
It's an Italian sweet liqueur.
Because it's just red, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I have long since passed in my drinking anything that looks like a hangover in a bottle. So if it's got, a lot of color to it, I'm very hesitant to try it. And if I do, it'll be in, small amounts because again, I don't want to wake up with that raging sugar hangover.
Yeah, and I couldn't even tell you what it's been so long. I mean, even before I quit drinking, I think I've had Campari twice in my life. I want to say it's fruityish, but I simply I don't remember. And anything, and even in my drinking days, this is no matter how short I was on liquor, how scarce it was. There, I in the hierarchy of liquors, like there at the bottom would be Zima,
Ooh.
a wine cooler, and then gin.
I like how you keep gin at the bottom.
Oh, it's just no. I've never, of all the liquors, I've never understood people's, because I know, and it's acquired taste and everything else, but nah.
You know what my favorite gins are? The ones that don't taste like gin.
Yeah.
And there are a couple out there that are like that. And that's one of the crazy selling points to them is they position themselves as it's gin, but it doesn't taste like gin. So at that point, while tasty because it doesn't taste like gin, it's pretty much just vodka.
Yeah, it's just a clear liquor that'll get you drunk.
Mm-hmm. I do appreciate though, Trey, that you, as someone who was a professional drinker for many, many years, not just a professional, but in addition to going pro, you were an all-star, part of the All Madden team. Yet your depths never reached so low as to be desperate enough to hop on the gin wagon. And you also managed to stay away from, the sugar bomb drinks that you mentioned, like the Zimas and the wine coolers.
Oh, yeah, no, never gin, never anything like that. Which I guess was also a testament to the fact I was kind of a Boy Scout alcoholic, always prepared,
Silly me, I was thinking that you were well behaved, and it's like, no, that's just not true.
And then sugary drink. The worst hangover I ever had drinking was one day I decided, someone said, try this. And it was in the summer, a hot day, and it was an Ace Pear apple cider on ice.
Okay.
Delicious. And I started knocking those back. Oh, I really never, and I was fortunate. I never got the horrible hangovers or anything else. And I mean, I might have felt really bad, but it's not like I stayed in bed for a day or anything like that. But
you didn't, because you had more drinking to do.
Yeah, exactly. And but I remember that. God, I remember that headache. I was like, oh, I will never touch that stuff again. Oof.
I'm still kind of caught on the alcoholic Boy Scout version of you. Like there's so many possibilities there. Like, are you drinking and starting fires with adult supervision? What do your badges look like on the vest?
Bottle caps.
Ah, it's so obvious now. Why didn't I realize that? I like how you graduated from bottle caps to chips.
Yeah. That's
How is that? How is that not like an AA slogan from bottle caps to chips? Or is it? But you're just not allowed
no.
to talk about it because it's anonymous.
I'm old enough maybe if you pull tabs, but um,
You know what? Back
oh
in the day when the Scouts first started, that was back probably before any serious drinking age enforcement. So you might have actually had,
yeah,
Boy Scouts first 12-pack badge.
or Boy Scouts first distiller. You got your whiskey badge. um, no, I just always especially on Saturdays before 9 o'clock, I always knew I had to get to the liquor store. Make sure you get through the weekend and
Otherwise, you'd have to go into the wood and start making your own,
yeah,
just like your childhood.
get out the old Boy Scout manual and
It's funny. See, I used the Boy Scout manual to teach me how to tie a necktie. You clearly got way more use out of yours than I did.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by our friends at Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. Give them a call for your free roof inspection. 833-COOK-DFW. That's 833-COOK-DFW. The website, cookdfw.com. And also need to mention our friends and sponsors at the Dallas Comedy Club, where you can see Raj's friend, Sri Raj. I believe that's actually, let me double check if that's tonight or if that was tomorrow night. At the Dallas Comedy Club, your new home for comedy in North Texas. It is, in fact, the Dallas Comedy Club in Deep Ellum. Funny happens here. For ticket info, go to dallas-comedyclub.com. That's dallas-comedyclub.com. Comedy 5 nights a week at the Dallas Comedy Club. Let's not waste any more time, Trey, with stories of Negronis and such, and often overlooked Boy Scout badges. Let's get into some birthdays. Today, of course, is Friday, November 24th, 2023. Birthdays today. Sarah Hyland, who played Haley on the TV show Modern Family, she turns 33 today. She is also married somewhat recently, the last couple of years. She married a radio guy. Trey, did you know this?
no.
There's a radio guy named Wells. I believe, I want to say he was on in Nashville for a while. He was on the air. He was an iHeart on-air personality. I know because he was in our email on the iHeart network. So I could have emailed him, but I looked him. So he had a radio gig with iHeart, and then he did The Bachelor. Or I guess in his case, he did The Bachelorette.
Mm.
And, obviously, he did not win. And he became a fan favorite and eventually met Sarah Hyland, the actress, and the two are now married. Yay, Hollywood romance.
Yeah. Well, I would think man or woman, if you met someone who had been a contestant on one of those shows, it would just, even for me, and they could be crazy and hot, that's a red flag you can't get past.
So even you, Trey, have limits.
It's yes.
You're happy with a crazy hot woman. You want that. That is your kryptonite, but that's the kryptonite that you seek out. However, you don't want the hot, crazy reality show contestant.
Correct.
I think that's wise. I think it was wise of you to see Flava Flav's show as a cautionary tale for yourself.
Well, and as it happens, I said I actually dated a girl before she went on a reality show, and it was the same reality show that there was a girl that was interested in Russ was on. And yeah, that and after I knew she was crazy, the one I dated, and then the one that tried to date Russ, I actually ended up working with at one point, and yeah, no, that's
Mhm.
that is one of the few, Aggie reality show. Those are two big, red flags you just can't get past.
Those are your two deal breakers, in other words. Cannot have attended Texas A&M and cannot be a reality show contestant.
Especially where, it's a reality show where relationships are on the line. Like,
So your worst nightmare then would be a woman who showed any interest in you that was on an Aggies Finding Love reality show.
yes.
That at that point you might just be like, yeah, I'm now done.
Yeah, I'd rather be alone. I can at least watch football in peace.
Other birthdays today: actress Katherine Heigl, she turns 45. Really made it big on the TV show Grey's Anatomy. She had some movies as well that she did. She also has some other TV shows that have not fared out very well: State of Affairs and Doubt.
Don't people really
I'm not sure if Doubt was a TV show or just what her agent thought of her.
Yeah. Isn't she one of those people really don't like working with?
That is the Hollywood rumor that keeps following her around. I believe she even was asked about that, I think by Oprah, and she's like, "No, I love people and blah 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 blah." It's like, man, if you're one of the people that you have to say that, there might be a problem there. Because in Hollywood, there seems to be a lot of smoke. Like there seems to be fire where there's smoke. A lot of times, it doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes you're not surprised by it. I mean, I don't know why everyone is so shocked in the P. Diddy lawsuit with some girl that, that he was doing all sorts of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I know. I remember seeing that headline. Sean P. Diddy Combs, or whatever his current name is, slapped with whatever lawsuit, and then the very next day settled.
Yeah. And it led to a lot of speculation of, there must have been some things you really didn't want to have come out.
Mm-hmm. Here's a bunch of money and a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, thanks, bye. Also, I don't know if you remember this, Katherine Heigl. I remember the first time I remember knowing of her existence was a movie back in the 90s. So she was also a child star. There was a movie she did. I cannot recall the name of it, but because I watch pretty much anything, I remember seeing this. She played the teenage daughter of Gerard Depardieu in a movie where she is young, and I think she's like 16 or something, and she's trying to become a woman, and he is, of course, uncomfortable with it, which is really uncomfortable for everybody, because had it not been a movie and it been real life, he would have been hitting on her. Speaking of inappropriate things. But I remember that movie because it was super controversial or at least controversial enough at the time, because she's starring in this movie, and there's a scene where she's in a thong swimsuit, and he's chasing her, trying to cover her up. Whereas by today's standards, I've seen parents at the beach photographing the child in the thong, going, "Oh, you look great, honey."
Yeah. Let's get one for the gram.
Mm-hmm. It's such a weird thing to see parents act as the Instagram photographer.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess in the back of their mind, they're all going, it worked for the Kardashians.
Man, so if that's what they're shooting during the day. A couple of other birthdays I wanted to mention. Colin Hanks, son of Tom Hanks. He is 46 today. He doesn't have the same level of credits that his dad did at the same age, I don't think, but a really, really good actor in his own right.
Yeah, no, he is. What's the Is it? I guess it's his brother that wants to be the rapper or whatever.
Yeah, that's Chet.
Yeah, Chet. Which, you know, why would, first of all, Tom Hanks, why would you name your kid Chet?
Yeah, did you not learn from Weird Science? That's a horrible name.
Yeah, they don't make Chets anymore.
There's a reason why. Weird Science, the movie, ruined it.
Right.
So in Tom Hanks's defense, I believe Chet was born before the movie Weird Science came out, and because Chet was the older brother who got, I believe, turned into a big turd, like a talking turd in that movie, right? So yeah, that pretty much ruined the name Chet forever. And unfortunately for Chet and for Tom Hanks, I think he already had the name before the movie came out, but they didn't change it.
Yeah, still, I don't know why you would do that to your kid. Just name him Tom Jr.
Yeah. Everyone would be fine with that. It's a good name. It's a good solid one. Unless Tom knew that, like, when the kid came out, he's like, Somehow he knew this was just going to be bad.
He and Rito were partying the night Chet was conceived.
I wonder what that badge looked like. Yeah. Also, Stephen Merchant turned 47. He co-created the British version of The Office with Ricky Gervais, but he did not star in it like Ricky did, so he's not as famous, but he has made and been in a number of other things. He's a really good actor. He's very funny. Tall, lanky British dude with glasses and blonde hair, but very funny when I mention him. Also, Denise Crosby. I forget, Trey, were you big on Star Trek The Next Generation?
Oh, yeah.
So she played Tasha Yar briefly on Star Trek The Next Generation. She also had a role in The Walking Dead as a cannibal, but I'm going to focus on how she played Tasha Yar on Star Trek The Next Generation, because there is some controversy because she did not make it to the second season of Star Trek The Next Generation. And some believe that it might be because she appeared nude in Playboy.
If it was probably around the same time, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, she was a security officer, and then she died, and that gave way to Worf.
I feel like there's a Worf joke in there with her spread out in the Playboy as well. I can't quite land on it.
Now, she did come back to make some cameo appearances and some storylines, but
on Star Trek or Playboy?
I think Star Trek, yeah. Yeah, she was hot back then, though.
Who do you think would have sold more issues of Playboy? Denise Crosby or Worf?
Michael Dorn's a good-looking man.
Oh no!
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Brooks Plumbing. For any and all of your plumbing needs, call our good friends at Brooks Plumbing. 214-368-3838. That's 214-368-3838, or the website brooksplumbingtexas.com. Trey, what was it you were saying I need to Google?
Google Biden birthday cake.
Oh, was it his birthday recently?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, whoever did his cake and at the White House really deserves to be fired.
All right, hang on. Okay, Biden birthday cake and results. Oh, come on. They actually put 81 candles on that damn thing?
Yep.
Why would you do that? Just do what everyone else does. Just buy an 8 candle and a 1 candle and you're done.
I don't know. There was
I like
one.
this. Joe Biden's birthday cake, fire hazard.
There was one still of him, and they had cut the cake out, and they said it looks like Biden just opened the Ark of the Covenant because it's so bright.
Yeah, typically it's not a good idea for any 81-year-old to be near that amount of fire.
No, and like at 50, you'd be hard pressed to blow out that many candles. An 81-year-old not going to blow out that many candles. Why are you doing that to him?
Were they the joke spark candles?
I mean, seriously, like the biggest knock on the guy right now is that he's, his age and people are questioning his, can he make it and everything else. And then you do that to him.
Yeah, let's not throw lung capacity into the categories of concern.
It's Gavin Newsom in the kitchen baking the cake, going,
I like this from the Hill. Biden marks 146th birthday with flaming cake. Oh God, that is good. Yeah, I'm with you. I think at a certain point, I don't even know what point it is because you know me, I'm not a huge birthday guy. I cannot remember the last birthday I had that had any candles, period. But I tell you right now, I am well past the age where I want a candle for every year I've been alive.
Yeah.
That is long gone.
Yeah, nobody wants that. That's I think it was around my 40th that I got one with a bunch of candles, and it was very depressing. I really don't want one. Damn sure don't want one for my next one.
I think I was there for that one. Was that the fiery brunch?
Yeah, I think that was like 38, but yeah, around that. Yeah,
That was a lot of candles.
that was. Nothing like.
I'm glad to know that you and I are still in each other's lives, though.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of things that you should not do, let's jump into some news. Let's get stupid.
As opposed to the last two segments.
Well, this is just more official stupid because it's actual journalists getting paid to inform us about things, right?
Yeah.
Such as this. Trey, you know me. I believe that words are extremely important. I also think headlines and the words headlines use are extremely important. And I have a great example. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is the headline from themessenger.com.
Okay.
Tennessee man arrested for DUI and meth while driving lawnmower Santa's train full of kids. I understand that headline. It seems a bit wordy, but every one of those words is essential, and I'm going to show you why.
Okay.
Another version of this headline could have been man arrested for driving lawnmower full of kids.
Okay.
Which would be bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming based on that headline, he's run them over with the lawnmower.
Yeah.
And the other version of this, which would be possibly worse, man arrested for pulling a Santa train. That would have been a very different news story.
Yeah.
So once again, words matter. It was actually a Tennessee man was arrested after he allegedly drove children while under the influence at a Christmas tractor parade last Saturday. Unfolded in the small northern Tennessee town of Tazewell. Man, that's the only thing this story is missing.
Yeah. So the Santa tractor parade?
Yeah. Henry Mead was driving Santa's train, which is a motorized lawnmower pulling carts of children when witnesses allege that he was acting erratically. He was reportedly unsteady on his feet and failed a field sobriety test. Police found meth, narcotics, and a syringe when they took him into custody.
No one thought that, hey, you hooked a trailer up to your riding lawnmower. Come over here, give me a breath. Blow into this.
Trey, it's northern Tennessee. I can't imagine he was the only one.
That's true. Which is northern Tennessee is kind of southern Kentucky. So yeah, that's fair enough.
Also, the guy in Florida who got arrested for pleasuring himself while riding around on a bicycle.
You because it's Florida. I didn't know which way it was going to go. If he was pleasuring himself manually, or if he was getting a prostate massage.
No, that's actually a great point you bring up, because when you see a headline like man pleasuring himself while riding a bike, to me the natural question is, did it have a seat?
Yeah, that's exactly. And it's Florida, so you assume no.
And there was one other thing I wanted to mention. Disney park guests are reportedly pooping while waiting in long lines.
Jesus.
And I thought the lines were bad at Six Flags.
Oh.
Oh. I don't know if Disney has it, but Six Flags sells the VIP pass to get you to the front of the line. Do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fast pass type thing. Yeah, I know. Actually,
or make a fast pass to the bathroom line. Thanks for hanging out with us in the Treehouse Friday edition. We will catch up with you next week, Monday, for the next episode of the Treehouse Podcast. We will see you then.